Learn Hindi from English, assessment, evaluation, interpretation and classification with
मूल्यांकन.
Welcome to the Word Lab. Hey, you are about to learn some wonderfully serious words in a not-so-serious way. Yes, we are making big brain vocabulary fun. Today you will meet 4 useful Hindi words.
मूल्यांकन.
For assessment or evaluation.
व्याख्या.
For interpretation.
विचार.
For consideration, and
वर्गीकरण.
for classification. These are the kinds of words that make you sound thoughtful, intelligent, and slightly like a professor who owns too many pens. Your mission today. Your goal is simple. Hear the words, picture them, say them, and use them. No panic, no giant exam monster. When you hear assessment or evaluation, think.
मूल्यांकन.
When you hear interpretation, think.
व्याख्या.
When you hear consideration, think.
विचार.
When you hear classification, think.
वर्गीकरण.
If your brain says, that is a lot, tell your brain, relax, I brought snacks. Word 1, assessment and evaluation. Let's start with the superstar of careful judgment. This word works for both assessment and evaluation. The Hindi word is
मूल्यांकन.
Say it slowly.
मूल्यांकन.
Example. The teacher gave a fair assessment of my work. In Hindi, Siksaka ne mir kama ka.
मूल्यांकन.
Nispaksa rupa se kiya. Example. We need an evaluation before making a decision. In Hindi, Nirnaya lena se pahale hamameka.
मूल्यांकन.
Kaye. Picture a strict cat wearing glasses, looking at your homework, and giving a dramatic.
मूल्यांकन.
The cat is harsh, but fair. Word 2, interpretation. Now we move from judging to explaining meaning. This is the word you want when a poem looks like a puzzle wearing a scarf. The Hindi word for interpretation is
व्याख्या.
Say it with me.
व्याख्या.
Example. The teacher gave a clear interpretation of the poem. In Hindi, Siksaka ne kavita ki spasta.
व्याख्या.
D. Example. Her interpretation helped everyone understand. In Hindi, Usaki.
व्याख्या.
Say sabako samaja aya. Imagine a parrot in a tiny professor hat explaining modern art with full confidence. That is
व्याख्या.
Word 3, consideration. Before wise decisions comes thought. Not panic, not chaos, thought. The Hindi word for consideration is
विचार.
Repeat it.
विचार.
Example. After careful consideration, she chose the smaller house. In Hindi, Savadana Purvaka.
विचार.
K bada, Usane chota gara kuna. Example. This decision needs more consideration. In Hindi, Isa nirnaya ko ora.
विचार.
Ki zarurata hai. Imagine a chicken at a road crossing, refusing to move without deep.
विचार.
Honestly, that chicken is more responsible than many adults. Word 4, classification. Time to organize the universe, or at least your socks. This word is perfect for grouping things. The Hindi word for classification is
वर्गीकरण.
Say it.
वर्गीकरण.
Example. The books were arranged by classification. In Hindi, Kitabam ko.
वर्गीकरण.
K anusara raka gaya. Example. Scientists use classification to group plants. In Hindi, Vainyanika padam ko samuhita karan ke lai.
वर्गीकरण.
Ka upayoga karati hayam. Picture socks, books, and bananas all demanding proper.
वर्गीकरण.
The bananas are confused, but supportive. A very serious and not serious story. Now you will hear all the words inside one little comedy scene. Listen for the key Hindi words. One day, you enter the great office of important things. At the door, a guard cat asks for a risk.
मूल्यांकन.
Inside, a parrot gives a wild
व्याख्या.
of a poem about potatoes. In the corner, a wise chicken pauses for deep
विचार.
before crossing a painted road on the floor. And near the bookshelf, a librarian is doing perfect.
वर्गीकरण.
Placing books, reports, and one lonely sock into separate groups. Congratulations, you have survived the most educationally ridiculous building in town. Mini dialogues. Let's make the words sound natural in speech. You can repeat after each line. A. What do we need before hiring? B. A full
मूल्यांकन,
of the candidate. A. What does this passage mean? B. Here is my.
व्याख्या,
A. Should we decide now? B. No, first.
विचार,
A. How do we organize these records? B. With
वर्गीकरण,
memory tricks. Now give your memory something sticky to hold onto. The stranger the image, the better it stays. 4.
मूल्यांकन,
Imagine a giant red stamp landing on a report. Assessment. Evaluation. Official. Boom. 4.
व्याख्या,
Imagine a flashlight shining on a confusing sentence until the meaning appears. 4.
विचार,
Imagine touching your chin like a movie philosopher who is deciding what snack to buy. 4.
वर्गीकरण,
Imagine a robot sorting everything into perfect boxes, including emotions, pencils, and sandwiches. Quick drill. You say the Hindi word before I reveal it. Ready? Excellent. Mildly nervous is also acceptable. Assessment.
मूल्यांकन,
Evaluation.
मूल्यांकन,
Interpretation.
व्याख्या,
Consideration.
विचार,
Classification.
वर्गीकरण,
Tiny quiz. Let's test your memory, but in a friendly way. No dramatic background music. Well, maybe a little. What is the Hindi word for assessment?
मूल्यांकन,
What is the Hindi word for interpretation?
व्याख्या,
What is the Hindi word for consideration?
विचार,
What is the Hindi word for classification?
वर्गीकरण,
Bonus question. Which word can mean both assessment and evaluation?
मूल्यांकन,
You magnificent language gremlin. Friendly conclusion. Nice work. You just learned powerful Hindi vocabulary that can help in school, work, reading, and thoughtful conversation. Today you practiced.
मूल्यांकन, व्याख्या, विचार,
And.
वर्गीकरण.
Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, say the words out loud, use them in your own sentences, and come back again soon. Your Hindi is growing, one funny word adventure at a time.